Hey Tyler, this is Ben here from Merrick's Baseball Camp, just going through your hitting eval from the President's Day Camp. Thanks for coming to camp, and sorry about the cold weather. We wish you the best this season and this year, and just want to go through a couple things that I see in regards to our swing that I think can make a difference, and just wanted to go through those with you. So I've been watching your swing for a few swings here, and just wanted to review them. So let's first talk about our stance. Very athletic player, and do a great job at a lot of things. So one thing I do see right off the get-go is making sure, as I start with my levels, you'll see how we kind of start at a level of our eyes to be kind of here, and then as I go to swing, we're going to draw some more lines at contact. So if I go into my land foot here, you can see kind of my levels drop about a foot from where I start at eye contact to contact. So just really make sure that your eye levels are the same all the way through your swing. When you start and finish, they're at the same spot. What I used to do in the pros is I would get in front of a mirror, in front of a gym mirror, or in front of a bathroom mirror, or somewhere where you can just put a piece of tape and make sure that your eye levels are the same at your start of your swing as they are at the end of your swing. And that's going to make a big difference just to have you stay consistent. Guys that throw much harder, it's going to be important for you to do as well. So just something to work on as I go through. I'm just going to back you up a few frames here. Going back to our first swing, one thing I noticed is that front foot. Make sure that you land, that thing doesn't open up on you. So at contact, it's a little bit open right here. You can see if I draw a little circle around it, that it begins to open up too much, and it helps the backside over-rotate. You can see this back foot over-rotated, and then my head kind of finishes out at the sky or out in the field. One thing you really want to focus on at this point of our swing is you want that heel to be kind of hit against a closed, firm front side. And at this point of our swing, you would want your heel actually to be facing the guys that are on deck over here compared to your heel facing over there right now. So ideally you want that this toe to be facing more the dugout to the first base side, compared to right now it's probably pointing more towards second baseman. What I used to do at the beginning of our swing, I would always place something out in front of me at in the dirt and put something out here. So I'd put a ball or something just to look at out there, where when I'm done at contact, you're going to actually hit the ball, and then you're going to leave your kind of eyes on contact, where you can kind of just look at the ball on the ground compared to looking where the ball went out on the field. So at contact, it's in pretty good shape in regards to your mechanics. Just going into another swing here at contact. So you start with your hip action. You got good hip action. Your knees going into your back foot. You have a nice line. Your head's at contact there. Palm up, palm down. Your head's on the baseball. Just want to do a better job at leaving your head there. You can see right now that my point of contact is in really good shape, and your head's looking right down the ball with the barrel. You have a nice, if I do a straight line from my knee all the way up, it's in really good position, a good angle on my foot, firm, closed front side. So mechanically, in pretty good shape. I would probably ask for a hair more of that front foot out to get a little bit more leverage on your feet and on your knees. So if I put that kind of out to here, it's going to give you some more power to have some more separation in my knees, because when you analyze hitters, there will always be some good separation in your knees. You can tell that your knees are a little bit close together. It's going to give you a little bit more power when I hit, and just making sure that I'm going to be more consistent. But I think the biggest thing for you is just making sure that we're keeping a closed front side when I hit, making sure my head stays at contact, because you do a lot of good things. We have a tendency to want to peek a little bit, and then your posture does change on occasion in regards to when you come over that ball at contact there. If I just back up here. When you start here and you come through contact, your posture is a little bit over to your head here. You want to make sure that your head is nice and straight up and down compared to not leaning towards the plate too much. But all in all, it's a great looking swing, with your head finishing out in front, I would really focus on a couple drills for you. I'd focus on would be some good tee work, where you're just going to have the ball out in front. You're going to have the tee here that you're going to hit off of, and then you're going to have the ball on the tee, and just a lot of times where you're going to place this ball and just put one out in front where you can kind of just look at it. So after you're done swinging, compared to right now, looking out in the field, is just get really disciplined on leaving your head at contact. And I think as you get older and get into facing stronger pitchers and those type of things, I think it's going to make a big difference of just keeping your head down, because it's going to make you a more all-around hitter to hit all parts of the plate compared to kind of peaking a little bit early. But there's not a ton of stuff to fix here. So one thing I did want to check out is I want to check out your arm and your approach. So I'm going to just go check out at land foot. Let's go ahead and freeze that. So if I go ahead and keep going here, back you up a few.